Hey everyone, welcome to the Progressing Shop. Today we're going to talk about SealSavers, which are basically socks for your shocks. So far we had been using the shockwares from outerwear, and they rip super easily. That's how they look like after just a single event that is not even rough. And as soon as the spring compresses, basically it just destroys the fabric, which is really thin. So the SealSavers, here we have one that we use on our DMS shocks. So those are the 2.5 inch size. They are a much thicker material. It looks like neoprene-like, with a much larger Velcro pad here compared to, you can see here on the outerwear, the shockwear, it's much thinner stuff. So here we just did tall pining on those. It looks like we didn't even use them. They are just a bit dirty, but the durability is much better. So here you can see the wear from rubbing between the shock and the chassis. There is very little clearance in the rear, and it did actually really good at holding up. This is the old version of SealSavers. I would like to thank SealSavers. They sent me a version of their new SealSavers with a new material that is on the other car that I haven't had time to look at yet, but they told me that the new material was even better than this one. But even with the old stuff, I've been really impressed. One issue though we have so far is that when you get at full compression, the sock tends to stay at the bottom of the shock, and you can see here at the top it leaves an opening. It's more prominent in the rear. I'm gonna go look at the other side. I left the SealSaver here. So here you can see the top of the shock has not been protected, and I have a bunch of crap. I'm gonna have to clean all that up. So the durability is great, much better than the outerwear, but we have to find a solution either by putting a zip tie at the bottom, or finding some way of looping them at the top so that they don't slide. Otherwise they don't offer good protection. Here's the other front. So the front is not as much of a problem because also the shock body is shorter, so even if it hits the bottom here, it's not gonna go very far. But we have much longer shock in the rear, so it stays close to the bottom mount here, and so leave everything exposed at the top. So I think with a little mod like putting a zip tie at the bottom, that looks like a very promising solution for anyone who is looking for protection for their coilovers. Especially finding something that fits the size of the DMS is not very easy. Those things really do a good job. Just the Velcros are really big and durable. It's not easy to do one-handed, but otherwise you see the whole bottom part of the shock was properly protected. Just had some at the top, which is not of that much of a big deal because that doesn't go in the body anyway with a bump stop, but it would be better if we could keep the whole body protected. So SealSavers, you can find them online at sealsavers.com. So here I cleaned up the shock and put the SealSaver back in place. I tried to put a zip tie here at the top, just below the top hat, to try to keep the SealSaver in place. Hopefully that will be enough, and we'll give it a try at the next event.